Hey y'all, so now that we have talked about agribusinesses in general, and we have talked about the different parts of agriculture from farm to consumer, we also discussed the different types of businesses and different types of ownership. So now we're going to move into management and cover some of the management styles that there are. So we should all know what management is, and I hope that we all know what a manager is as well. So managers or management are vital to the productivity of an organization. There are 3 different techniques that are important for management, including workforce development, growth management, and personnel management. So workforce development is basically making sure that you have the skills and you're developing to be a amazing employee. Workforce development also has the potential for you to develop as a leader and move up in the company, as well as it really makes sure that you have the skills necessary to complete your job and to be able to move up into the business. There's growth management, which can be one of 2 ways. You could have growth management and your employees, so making sure that they're able to grow, but you could also have growth management in the business and making sure that the business has the opportunity to grow and that you're not sitting still. Because if you're going to constantly sit still, then the business isn't going to grow and you're not going to continue to make more and more money, and nobody's going to want to continue to visit you if you're not producing new things. And then there's also personnel management, which is a manager. A way I like to explain it is thinking about the principal. So the principal is personnel management. Or there are people above her that do personnel management as well. But think about a principal. Miss Clary is our manager. She makes sure that we're all doing our job. She makes sure that the students are getting what they need from the teachers. And she basically oversees everything that goes on in our building. But she also oversees all of the people, which are the personnel. So there are several different types of management styles. However, I don't think that you all need to know all of them. So we're just going to briefly touch on some of the important ones, and I may touch on probably 6 or 7, but they're not quite as important, and I'll let you know which ones are more important than the others. So the first one this one's very important. The first one is directive style management. It maintains total control over the entire operation. It's effective when employees are untrained or they're inexperienced or they're a crisis. So basically, somebody who's in a directive style are the people, they have, like a new business, they have to make sure that their employees are doing what they need to by step, because otherwise the employees are going to be free for all and the company's never going to grow, or it's never going to do anything because the employees don't know what they're doing and they don't have any experience. This, like I said, happens a lot in new businesses, or like new teachers, for example. New teachers are untrained. I mean, we're trained. Teachers are trained, but different school systems have their own way of doing things. Especially like if you're fresh out of college, you've never had to do all the things for example, me. Then there's authoritative style, which is when the leader dictates and controls all decisions of the job. So this one's very important as well. So they provide long-term direction and vision for their employees. So they have clear directions and standards that are needed to be met. The leader is reliable and little feedback is needed from the team members. So authoritative is basically when that person stands over your shoulder and tells you exactly what to do and doesn't let you grow in your own kind of way or ask questions. There really aren't any questions because they're literally standing there saying step 1, step 2, step 3. So the third type that I'm gonna mention is affiliative. So this has the main objective of establishing an agreement in a group or joining a group of people together. So this one's not quite as important in my opinion. So basically it's kind of like a group of people and there's one person that's like a group leader. Participative style management encourages commitment and consensus among employees. So the employees are collaborative, they are steady in their working environment, and they all have experience and credibility. So basically, this means that there is no real manager or leader. We're all just working together and doing what we need to be doing. There's also pace setting, which is when the leader sets high standards for accomplishing a task. I personally feel like this is important, and this can be any kind of management or leadership style, because I should be able to set expectations for you all, and you should be able to meet them. Yes, they may be high, but I'm setting high expectations for you to be a good person, or because I really truly believe that you can do this. So pace setting is effective when employees are highly motivated, little direction is needed, and managing experts. So with that being said, I truly believe that this is how I want to run my classroom, because I know that some of you may not be quite motivated, or you might need a little bit of pushing or a little kick in the butt sometimes, but I should be able to set the expectations and tell you what to do, and I want you to do it. If you have questions, that's fine. Ask your questions, but I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand and do it for you. And that's basically what a pace setting style of leadership is. So then we have the coaching style, which encourages professional development among employees. So it's effective when skills need to be developed. Employees are motivated and seeking direction or trying to achieve goals. So we can kind of throw this one into our classroom as well. So what this means is, I am going to tell you a task and we're going to do it, and you're going to ask me questions, but you're motivated enough that you don't need me to hold your hand to do it. So how traditionally this would be run in my classroom is I would explain to you how to do something. I would show you how to do it, and I would explain it to you, and then I would allow you to do it, and then you would come back and ask questions. And a lot of teachers do this because, for one, it allows you to practice, and two, we don't know what questions you may have until it officially arises. All right, so that is all of the management styles that we're going to cover. So now we're going to talk about management tips. So management tips: the best managers and supervisors are able to use situational awareness, which means that they're aware of what's going on and they're able to fix the problem without issues arising. It occurs when a manager or supervisor can adapt to a particular circumstance. So you're aware of what's going on and you can fix it before it becomes a huge issue. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to fix things before they become a huge issue. Because for one, you're going to cut down on the problems, and two, you're going to cut down on all the feelings that could get hurt. So with that being said, I hope that you all got a little bit about what the different types of management styles are, and you can relate to them and what you would want out of a manager, or what you would want out of a classroom, or how you would even be as a manager. So I will see you guys later, and we will be moving on. Bye, y'all.